I actually grew up on a working ranch and have been one of those that was really hands-on. Do a lot of computer work, but I also like working outside with the horses, work at the ranch, work at the lake, you know, do different things. And so I've had the beginning stages of rheumatoid arthritis in my hands and in my wrists. And my knuckles were swelling, I was losing my grip, I was not able to hold on to tools or hammers, and then just typing on the computer became extremely painful. Just basically was having a hard time using my hands at all. Some of the treatments I was actually utilizing were anti-inflammatories, Aleve, taking 2 Aleve every morning, ice on my hands, on my knuckles. I was actually wearing braces as I was working at my computer as if I had carpal tunnel. And then just basically backing off some of the things that, you know, I was doing with my hands. And so we began to do some research and look at the positives, if you will, and whatever other information we could find about regenerative therapy, and became extremely interested and heard testimonials from a couple of friends who had actually had it done. And given the pain that I was in, and my husband had a similar instance where his shoulder, where he had a torn rotator cuff, and so we decided, why not? We would try it because, number one, we didn't want to resort to surgery right away, and number two, I still feel like I'm relatively young and I have a lot of years ahead of me and want to be able to use my hands to do things. So we thought we would just give it a shot and see what would happen. Basically, it was a treatment of not only my hands and the arthritis in my knuckles, but the nerves traveling down to my hands, and looking at the regenerative therapy to try to help with those nerves. At first, I was a little bit skeptical because I didn't feel immediate relief from the injections. But after about a week, I began to notice that I was doing things that originally had bothered me to some degree, and I realized they weren't bothering me anymore. So it was not immediate for me, but it was something that I noticed after about a week, that I began to feel so much better, and the swelling went down dramatically. I would recommend this to my friends, and I have recommended it to family members that have chronic pains in areas that I believe this could help. And I would absolutely recommend it. I would tell them, you know, my story, give them my experiences, and hopefully let them see for themselves.